Good evening, everyone. I greeting you all. Tonight we're gonna have an interesting topic where we're gonna talk about an emotional intelligent people. The question is, are you emotionally intelligent? If you are, how you know you are? How you know what is a characteristic of a person who is emotionally intelligent? What it's the meaning of it, how it look like, and why it is important for you to become an emotional intelligent. I will gonna share with you 7 habits of how you can become emotionally intelligent. That's been said, let us kickstart. I hope you're ready. So, we're gonna have here a table content, and the table content is the following. We will gonna talk about what is an emotional intelligent. We will gonna talk about what is a self-awareness, what is an empathy, what is a self-regulation. Did you heard this word before? And we will gonna have some motivations as well. Now let's start. What is an emotionally intelligent people? An emotionally intelligent people have a number of habits and behaviors that contribute to their ability to manage their own emotions and understand the feelings of others. Adopting some of the traits in your life can help you get more of your interactions with others and foster stronger personal relationships. Do you know anyone who is keenly outed to their own feelings, capable of expressing emotions in an appropriate way, as well as empathic and understanding of how others feeling? That person probably a very emotionally intelligent individual. Emotionally intelligent people tend to be self-aware, empathic, expressive, and perceptive. They are good at regulating their emotions and staying motivated as they work toward their goals. They also have strong social skills and use their understanding of emotions to communicate effectively. Now we have a few new words. My question is, do you know how to communicate effectively? Do you know what is an emotional intelligent? Do you know how to stay motivated and how to regulating your emotion? And how to be self-aware. Now, while some people come by these skills naturally, you can also learn how to become more emotionally intelligent. So what is emotional intelligent? A philosopher described what it means to be emotionally intelligent 100 years before the term became popular. He said, anyone can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose, and in the right way, that it's not easy. The quote perfectly sums up a concept that has become a hot topic in education, business, Psychology, because this is the emotional intelligence. Now, an emotional intelligence people sometimes refer to emotional intelligence as EQ, emotional content. Now, let's see what is the 4 skills of emotional intelligence. Do you know? I was mentioned to you some already, but let's go through it. So 4 skill of emotional intelligence. High emotional intelligence is characterized by the following. Number 1, the ability to perceive emotions, the ability to reason with emotions, the ability to understand emotions, and the ability to manage emotions. The first item, perceiving emotions, is considered the most basic or the first level of emotional intelligence. The skills progress to the last item, managing emotions. Do you know how to manage your own emotions? And for those of you who just now joining, I want you to stay, because at the end we will gonna have a test, and after this test something will follow. So just stay, because I have a surprise for you all tonight. Let me not go ahead of myself. So let us continue. The skills progress to the last item, managing emotions, which is regarded by the highest level of emotional intelligence. Remind you what is the first level? It's to perceiving emotions, right? Now I'm not gonna repeating myself. Please pay attention. I want all of you to follow. This involves the ability to manage your emotions and the emotions of others. Now, the characteristics of a low emotional intelligence include insensitivity, poor coping skills, emotional outburst, and self-centeredness. If you want to build your own skills, it's important to learn more about some of the key traits of emotional intelligent people. Number 1, self-awareness. Psychologists identifies self-awareness as one of the key of emotional intelligence. Self-awareness involves the ability to recognize moods, emotions, and feelings. Part of self-awareness also involves being aware of how your emotions and moods influence other people. This ability to monitor your own emotional states is a basic requirement for emotional intelligence. Number 2, empathy. Empathy is another of Goleman's major elements of emotional intelligence. This involves the ability to understand the emotions of other people. In order to interact with other people in multiple life domains, such as work, at school, ministry, your personal life, you need to be able to know what they are feeling. If, let's say, a coworker is upset or frustrated, knowing what they are feeling can give you a much better idea of how to respond. Number 3, oh my god, this one, I just love it. The number 3 is self-regulation. Self-regulation is central to emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. Did you hear this? Understanding your emotion is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. Oh God, help me. Yes. So in other words, Now put yourself together, because once you figure out what is your emotional state, what you're feeling and what you're going through, then better if you make use of this knowledge, otherwise it's not gonna make sense. It's not gonna make sense. So we are learning today. I see some of you are saying, teach me. Yeah, we are learning today. I'm telling you, we are learning. And yeah, we have to. Because look, let me read it again. And sometimes it is so me. I'm telling you, I don't know how many of you are finding yourself in this number 3, self-regulation. Me personally, I think I stuck in it. It says self-regulation is centered to emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. Oh God, help us. Like in other word, like what is the main reason? Like it's not make sense, right? For you to get to know what you feel, and then you just can make use of this knowledge. So emotionally intelligent people think before they act on their feelings. They are in tune with how they feel, but they do not let their emotions rule their lives, right? But listen, this statement is just so me. Understanding your emotions is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. That's the self-regulation. Let's move on, because I can just dwell in it, trust me. This part have a hold on me. Number 4, motivation. Emotionally intelligent people are motivated to achieve their goals. They are capable of managing their behaviors and feelings in order to achieve long-term success. They might be nervous about making a change in their life, but they know that managing this fear is important. By taking a leap and making the change, they know that they might make their life better and come one step closer to attaining their goals. Me personally, I agree with this statement, to be honest. Yes. Number 5, social skills. Okay, before we continue, how many of you learned something so far? I hope you all did. I hope you all learned something. Now let's see, what is the number 5? And we continue with the number 5 of how to become, or what is an emotional intelligence. And as we are mentioning the characteristic of an emotional intelligence, I want you to just see, which category you are fitting, because here is many. And as with doing this teaching, you would have a better understanding of which stage you are correctly. So number 5 is social skills. Emotionally intelligent people tend to have strong social skills. This is likely because they are so attuned to their own feelings as well as those of others. They know how to deal with people effectively, and they are invested in maintaining healthy social relationship and helping those around them to succeed. Now, I believe many of us are falling in this category. And if you are among these, then congratulations. You are a part of those who is emotionally intelligent. But let's continue, shall we? Number 6. This is an interesting one, because the number 6 is talking about an expressiveness. Sometimes people are empaths and in tune with their emotions, but struggle to actually share these feelings with others. Emotional emotionally intelligent people not only understand feelings, they know how to express them appropriately. What exactly do we mean by appropriately? Well, imagine, for example, that you just had a particular awful day at work. You are tired, you are frustrated, angry, and how things went, and you are examining your day for how things went on a important meeting, yeah? Now, in an inappropriate expression of your feelings might involve coming home and getting into an argument or sending a nasty email to your boss. God forbid. We are not supporting that movement. Amen? But just imagine. Now, a more appropriate emotional reaction would be discussing your frustration with your spouse, realizing some tension by going for a jog, or coming up with a plan to make the next day better than the one before. Number 7, perceptiveness. Imagine that you find yourself getting frustrated and angry with a coworker. As you assess your feeling, analyze what you're really upset about. Are you mad about your coworker's actions, or does your anger stem from underlying frustrations and pressure from a boss who had too much work and responsibility on their shoulder? Now, your response will reflect of how emotionally intelligent you are. Emotionally intelligent people are able to look at the situation and correctly identifying the true source of their feelings. At first, this might seem like an easy task, but the reality is that your emotional lives can be both complicated and messy. It's not always that easy to, straightforward understand what is happening. Now, locating the exact source of your feelings can be particularly tricky when you are dealing with powerful emotions such as love and anger. Now, my question is, what is more powerful, love or anger? Because both can make you feel a certain way. Both can have negative, emotions, worried, stress and all of that. But I believe, love also including more positive, right? Now, from an emotion such as anger, it's more in the negative side. Now, if you are here, please double tap your screen and also share the live. I know I'm not really interacting with the comments because I'm trying to finish this on time, because after that we're gonna have, yes, exactly, the love is stronger. Yes. I love the answer. Yes, the love is stronger, and the love, it's, it's creating, the warm feeling, the creating that right atmosphere. Yes, the anger, I believe it just destroy, right? The anger, it's holding this negative emotions. So now the next one, have to be more emotionally intelligent. Now we find what is a seven characteristic of a person who is emotionally intelligent. Just a reminder, we go through it quickly. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, empathy. Number 3, self-regulation. Number 4, motivation. Number 5, social skills. Number 6, expressiveness. And number 7, perceptiveness. Now, my favorite of all, it's a self-regulation, but it's a number 3. And I'm gonna read you why. Because it says, understanding your emotions is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. This statement right here, it just put me off guard. It just highlighted something, and yeah, sometimes you understand your emotions, and it's great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. So make use of it. Now that's the self-regulation. Now let's see how you can become more emotionally intelligent. Now there is a popular belief you can learn emotional intelligence so as children and adults alike can learn to strengthen the emotional intelligence. To start, try reflecting your level of self-awareness. For instance, are you aware of your own emotions? Do you understand how your emotions impact your beliefs and your behaviors? Do you notice how your behaviors impact others around you? And have to also self-reflect. Now, becoming aware of how we think and feel and how our actions affect others, it's a great foundation for building emotional intelligence. Now, if you become mindful, it can help as well. So, what is a mindfulness techniques? Now, mindfulness can help you become more present with your thoughts and emotions. For instance, instead of yelling at someone when you're upset, you might use a deep breath technique to buy yourself some time, rethinking your strategy and react with more understanding. That's a great point right there. Now, there is something that is called cognitive behavioral therapy, and it's linked with improving emotional intelligence as well as people learning emotional regulation. Now here you can learn a healthy mechanisms to handle difficult emotions and improve your relationships. There is also social and emotional learning programs. And if you need any help with this, because some people have anger management, some people not able to, accept or process, the traumas, now that's how we would enter into the counseling session. Now, that's why there is social and emotional learning programs, so this is one of them right now what we do. A part of this is a prayer platform. You need to become self-aware. Now, for those of you who have a calling, some of you are empaths. Now, we need to understand of the different words and what is the meaning and how it's applying to your calling. Now, let me remind you, we do everything here purposefully. So this topic, it might not look like we are reading the Bible, but trust me, it will help you as an individual to first of all figure out who you are as a person before you're able to figure out what it's your calling and how to walk under your mantle. Now let's continue. What is a social and emotional learning programs? Now they are doing this in some schools to teach kids how to be emotionally competent. They are also doing programs for adults. We also doing here this platform. I offering this help. If any of you need it, just reach out to me. We have a mentorship for it. You guys just need to sign up, and you guys will find the link at my bio, in my bio. Empathy and achieve personal goals. Now, this program will help you to develop your sense of identity, using empathy and achieve personal goals. Now, emotional intelligence test. This is how we gonna close. We will gonna have an emotional intelligence test. Now, they are a test what it's available, where we will gonna figure out are you emotionally intelligent based on your answers to various questions. Now you will gonna have multiple choices and your reactions would be in high potential situations. Now, how many of you, before we go through this test, okay, let's say, for instance, do you respond, let's say, just on a situation, yeah? For instance, how do you respond on an agreement by comforting the other person, or shutting down, or apologizing? Now, let's see, who is here right now? The question is, remind you, this is a test. Imagine you are in a situation where it's an argument happening. The question is, how do you respond? Number 1, are you comforting the other person? Are you shutting down that person, or you apologizing? Now type in the chat which one you pick. When you make an important decision, do you procrastinate, let someone else decide, or go with your gut? Okay, let's say, if you guys not gonna participate, I gonna do it for you guys so we can all learn. But at the same time, ask yourself this question, because you have to be self-aware, and the goal is for you to become emotionally intelligent. Yes. Now, for me, how do I respond in an argument? Let's say, I'm not necessarily gonna shut down that person, that's for sure. I might not comforting the person. I don't know. Well, if there is an argument and it is not my fault, it's unlikely me to apologize, especially if there is nothing to apologize for. To be honest, it's like a tricky question. Okay, let's see which one I would. Well, I would not shut down the person, that's for sure. Maybe I would start a conversation. I don't know, try to figure out for where that person coming from, or what is happening. So let's see, maybe that would be the comforting, because we have here 3 options: comforting the person, shutting down, or apologizing. Now, if I did not do anything wrong, that I would not apologize. It's not necessary me to do so. I definitely not gonna shut down the person, because that's just not me. You remember, I am understanding, other people emotions, right? So in my way of thinking, I would just, we're going to searching for, where this person coming and what is causing the argument, and just somehow find the middle way. Yeah. Okay. So next one, we move on. I don't know. That was a tricky one, kind of. But I don't think anyone, or I don't know. If you're not doing anything wrong, I don't think so you need to apologize. So that's for sure. Now, to shutting down someone because of an argument, that's unlikely me, because no matter what, I kind of like, I won't shut down the person, that's for real. That's for sure. With these comforting things, I'm not really would go straight forward with the issue. I would just like, addressing few things here and there, but not really would go straight forward if it's not necessary. Does this make sense? Yeah. So we move on. When you make an important decision, do you procrastinate? Now let someone else decide. Now the question is, let someone else decide, or go with your gut? Now when it's come for you to make an important decision, do you procrastinate? Number 1, do you procrastinate, or let someone else decide, or you go with your gut? I go with my gut, because that's when the Spirit of God began to lead me, right? Now, when it's come for me to make an important decision, sometime I might think about it. I might take my time to think about an important decision. But once I make the decision, it is hard for me to change it, or for anything to make my decision be changed. But it is possible. It depends, yeah. So I would not procrastinate, that's for sure. It's depend. It's up to the situations for what it's involved exactly. The full things, right? I would not gonna allow anyone to decide because I am capable to make decisions on my own. I would just lay it to the hand of God, and of course I would start to praying about it before I making a decision. I would ask a sign or a confirmation from God, the leading of God, of course, and then I would just make my decision. So nobody else need to make a decision for me. I can capable to do it. Trust me, on my own. So now these are examples of the type of questions you will find on this test. Now, how many of you want to do the test? Now, I already asked you 3 questions. Which one was your own? Remember, truth, there are factors that go into determining your emotional intelligence. However, a test could get you think about which of your emotional skills are strongest and which area you might need to improve. Now let's say we're gonna have here 10 or we're gonna have just 1. Maybe we're gonna have here 10. What time it is? Okay, because at 10 we will gonna have a new program, Find Your True Love in Zion, and we're gonna have a special guest, so we are preparing. I would restart the live by then. So okay, let's finish this test. Now imagine, but you guys need to be like participating in a chat. I don't know why it's happening, but let's do this together, right? So 2 of you friends are fighting, so you, number 1, pick a side and badmouth the other friend, or number 2, let them vent their emotions to you, or avoiding both of them until the fight is over, or try to help them understand each other's point of view. Now, which one you would pick? Me, I already know which one I would pick. I would pick try to help them to understand each other's point of view, so in that way we can restore the peace, right? Number 2. Which one would you do? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, Number 2. Your friends tell you she has suffered. Oh my goodness. How do you respond? Spend time with her by avoiding talking about her loss, or allowing your friend to express her feelings and offer you support, or give her some time to herself, or convince her to go out with some friends to get her mind off of it. Now, which one would you do? Now, your friends tell you she has suffered from a loss. How do you respond? Number 1, spend time with her, but avoid talking about her loss. Number 2, allow your friend to express her feelings and offer you support. Number 3, give her some time to herself. Number 4, convince her to go out with some friends to get her mind off of it. I would choose, let's say, number 2, allow my friends to express her feelings and offer my support 100%. And I would also give her some time to herself, because meanwhile she would, have some time alone. Me time, it's needed. I love the me time all the time. It's just necessary. But meanwhile she's I giving her some time to herself, I would just let her know I am here anytime, and she would know where to find me anytime whenever she need me. Yeah, that's what I would tell her. I would definitely not choose the number 4 to convince her to go out with some friends and get her mind off of it, because that trauma later on would come out, so I would definitely allow her to go through it. Yeah, now that's what's happening when you spend time alone. You eventually have to face what you have to face. But at the meantime, I would assure her for I am here anytime, and I would lift her up in my prayer. So we can only pick one. So which one would you pick? You guys not engaging in comments. So allow my friend to express her feelings and offering my support. I think, yeah, that's most likely, yeah. Number 3. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. When you are facing an unpleasant task, you tend to, number 1, make a plan and work on it a little each day. Number 2, put it off until the last minute. Number 3, not do it at all. Number 4, get over it with as soon as possible. Just get it done. So when you are facing an unpleasant task, you tend to, number 1, make a plan and work on it a little each day. Number 2, put it off until the last minute. Number 3, not do it at all. Number 4, get it over with such as possible. When you are facing an unpleasant task, you tend to make a plan and work on it a little each day. Put it off until the last minute, not do it at all, or get it over with it as soon as possible. Which one would you pick? Me personally, make a plan and work on it a little each day. Not necessary. It depends. I don't know. Like, I might not deal with it at all. I don't know. Oh God. Okay, let's be particular, right? So which one would be the best to pick? I don't know. Get it over with it as soon as possible. Not really. Like, especially if it's an unpleasant task. Like, no way. Maybe put it off until the last minute. It's so like me. But it depends. Like, it depends on where it is, yeah? I don't know. Sometimes I intend to just leave it to the last minute. But I will just get it done. Or sometimes it's also applicable for, make a plan and work on it a little each day. But I also can see myself not do it at all. Like, let's say if it's like an unpleasant conversation, like, I won't be bothered to just do it at all. Like, yeah, so like, I don't know. Unpleasant task. It can be so many things. I don't know which one to pick. Maybe the best to pick, make a plan and work on it a little each day. Yeah, but I also love to not to worry about it at all, trust me. Okay, we move on. The next one is your child throws a fit when you tell them they cannot have a candy at the store. What's your reaction? Oh God. Remind you, it's not me who was put together these questions, right? So, your child throw a fit when you tell them they cannot have a candy at the store. You let them cry and try to ignore it. Talk to them about how they're feeling. quickly gather your things and leave the store, or buy them the candy to get them to quiet down. Okay, now let's see. This one I got it. I would definitely not let them cry and try to ignore it. I would talk to them about how they're feeling. I would just stay firm on it. Definitely. Now, quickly gather out things and leave the store. I would not do it because, first of all, I went to the shop for a reason. I have there things to pick up, right? So, I also not buy the candy to get them to quiet down, because the balance between the parents and the child would be reversed. So what I would do, I would talk to them, for this is not an acceptable behavior, and we are not going down that road. We are not playing that game. Now, if your child throw a fit when you tell them they cannot have a candy at the store, the best to pick, you talk to them about how they're feeling and just explain to them they just can't have this candy for different reasons, whatever reason you were gonna pick up. Now, if they are not go along with it, then there is consequences. Now, the number one would be, you take away their phone, their games, and there can be also timeout and all of that, but remind yourself you are in control, and you have to be in control. If you are not able to stay in control, then it would be a public disaster. Trust me. It won't happen. It just can't happen if you know what you're doing. Now, the next one, we move on. During a heated argument, you are most likely to give in and apologize to quickly end the argument, or call for a short break before resuming the discussions. Oh God. Number 3, starting insulting the other person. Absolutely not. Number 4, shut down and stop responding to the other person. Half, maybe. Okay, let's see which one is the good pick. Which one would you pick? Let me know. Now, give in and apologize too quickly to end the argument. During a heated argument, you are most likely to give in and apologize to quickly end the argument. Why should I apologize? I would not apologize, especially if I did not do anything wrong. Let everyone have their own understanding and let everyone face their own consequences. Now, call for a short break before resuming the discussions. No, because it is happening right now and we need to settle this matter. I would definitely not start to insulting the other person. That's so unlikely. Me? This part shouldn't and stop responding to the person. Oh God, help me. Oh God. Shouldn't and stop responding. None of the above. It's just not fitting my answer. Something is missing. I don't know. I know. Shouldn't and not responding to the person is not the best choice, but listen. For a purpose for you to just keep the peace sometime, maybe that's the best decision to do. I am not teaching you guys to do that, but I'm just telling you. Because giving and apologize too quickly in the argument, then literally you guys are not solving nothing. Like, in the next time when the same things will happen, you guys go through it all over again and you guys will end up in the same things. No way. Now I prefer to talk about it call for a short break before resuming the discussion. Maybe that would be the smart things to do, but I don't know. Sometimes, communication is the key. So why would you need to call for a short break before resuming the discussion? But I believe smart people do that. Oh God, help me. I don't know. Emotional intelligence. Which one would you do? Which one would you pick? Now, The number 3, to start insulting the other person, that's absolutely not, like, we are not in that level no more. I never was there, so we are not picking that one, that's for sure. Shouldn't and stop responding to other person, to be honest. If you know, you know. Oh, God help me. Shouldn't and stop responding to other person. It's not really look like someone who's emotionally intelligent, right? Oh, God help me. I think it's time to change. So we're gonna pick the shouldn't and stop responding to other people. Oh God, it's so me. No, not in this session. We are gonna pick, yeah, call for a short break before receiving the decisions. We learned from a previous, yeah, this is what we're gonna pick. Call for a short break before resuming the discussion, so the both of you can be, yeah, calm down and, you know, calmly address the situation. I believe that's the best to pick. So when making an important decision, you tend to follow your instincts or go with the easiest option or guess randomly or rely on direction from other people. Now, I will not gonna rely on the directions from nobody. I will not gonna guess randomly. I will not go with the easiest options. I will follow my instinct. Now that would be the leading of the Holy Spirit. Okay, which of the following statement best describes you? I find it difficult to meet people and make friends. No. I have to really get to know someone before they become a true friend. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I am unable to maintain close friendship. That's not true. Number 4, I have an easy time making friends and getting to know new people. Yes, that's so me. I do not have problem to making friends and get to know them. So which one is you? Okay, you get a poor review on a task you put a lot of effort into. How do you deal with it? Criticize your own work. Number 1. Number 2, comfort the person who assigned it and demand a better review. Number 3, decide the work is stupid and stop putting forth your best effort. Oh my God. Or think about what you could have improved the project. Which one would you pick? I will definitely not gonna criticize my own work because I know if I start something, I put my effort into it. I would not gonna comfort the person who assigned it and demand a better review because I don't think so it would be necessary, or it would lead us to the expectations what we want from this situation. So no, decide the work is stupid and stop putting forth your best effort. It's definitely not me. They can't kill my vibe. So I would pick the number 4. I think about ways I could improve the project. Yeah, find a new way to just, do my job. Okay, next one. Your co-workers has an annoying habit that seems to get worse every day. What would you do? Number 1, make a complaint about the behavior to your supervisor. Number 2, talk about your coworker behind their back. Absolutely not. I hate people who doing that. Number 3, suffer in silence. Number 4, tell my coworker that what is bothering me. Why do we have to pick? Okay, your coworker has annoying habit that seems to get worse every day. What would you do? Make a complaint about the behavior to my supervisor. Not really. Talk about my coworker behind their back. It's absolutely not like it shouldn't be on a list. Suffer in silence. It's not really I am ready to express or like, So tell my coworker what is bothering me. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Let's put everything to the table and address the situation. Yeah, okay. So we move on. I know. This is depend on the situations and all of this, but now we need to pick, right? Now the next one. You are already overworked when your boss assigned you another big project. How do you feel? A good one. Depressed and sure that I can never finish it all. Or number 2, anxious about getting all the work done. Number 3, overwhelmed by the task before me. Number 4, angry that my boss hasn't noticed how overworked I am. I don't know. Depressed and sure that I can never finish it all. That's no. Anxious about getting all the work done. I don't know, maybe. Not really. Little bit. It depends. Overwhelmed by the task before me. Oh, I intend to be overwhelmed, I'm telling you. Angry that my boss hasn't noticed how overworked I am. Not really, because not really. Which one? Okay, anxious about getting all the work done. I want to be. Listen, all of the answer is bad, but we have to pick one, so we're gonna pick this overwhelmed by the task before me. I don't know. I'm not want to be depressed and sure that I can never finish the work, so definitely I just can't pick this. Hallelujah, I don't know. All the answers is bad, so we're just gonna pick one and we just move with it. Now, the end of the test result is the following. It says, you have high emotional intelligence. You're comfortable dealing with social or emotional conflicts and have no problem expressing your feelings even in difficult or awkward situations. Your friends tend to lean on you for support when they're going through a tough time, as your emotional intelligence makes you skilled at guiding them through it. It is so me. Like, this is just so me. This is the test result that we just did together. Let me read it again. You have high emotional intelligence. You have high emotional intelligence. You're comfortable dealing with social or emotional conflicts. I agree. And have no problem expressing your feelings even in difficult or awkward situations. Yeah, like I am outspoken. If I shut down about something, you just know that's a game over. Like, that's a game over. That's a game over. As long as I keep saying whatsoever I'm saying, even if I shouting or, as long as I communicating about things, we are cool, trust me. The moment I shut down, forget it. It's a game over. So, continue this. What is the outcome of the test? Your friends tend to lean on you for support when they're going through a tough time, as your emotional intelligence makes you skilled at guiding them through it. Love it. No matter your result, it's always possible to get more in touch with your emotions and improve your emotional intelligence. Now we're gonna learn in the next time what is the 5 keys for your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence doesn't come naturally to everyone. Even those of us with a high emotional intelligence, it takes a lot of self-awareness, self-reflections, and confidence to express your feelings when the situations calls for it. Absolutely. The good news is that these are all things you can work on, both on your own if needed, and also with the help of a therapist. So yeah, now that's where this topic, the emotional intelligence, it's come to the end. To be honest, I love the test, and definitely we will redo it again. Next time we will gonna do it in a group, and yeah, we learn new ways of how to deal with this different ways of emotions, and how to be more self-aware. And remember the number 3. Oh my god, I just love this statement. Self-regulation. We definitely gonna learn about this more, because it just so me. The way how it says, understanding your emotions is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. Like, that's a game over right there. Oh god. Understanding your emotions is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. It is just like, my god, help me, I need help. Like, honestly, yeah, with this high emotional intelligence, this statement is just like, hello. Understanding your emotions, it's great, like, well done, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. That means, but it's a reason for you get to know your emotional emotions if you cannot make use of this knowledge. Oh, take a deep breath right there, and let's just move on. So that's been said, that's my last thoughts toward you. Think about it, okay? Self-regulation, understanding your emotion is great, but not particularly useful if you cannot make use of this knowledge. And that's where we're gonna stop. But we are about to restart the live, because our special guest, I believe, is ready now, and we are about to start the Find Your True Love in Zion. So I look forward to see you all in the next few seconds. That means said, if you did not follow me yet, make sure you're gonna follow me, and I will gonna post this to our official YouTube. So if you did not subscribe yet, then this is your moment to do so. That's been said, thank you so much for you being with us from the beginning to the end, and I look forward to see you all in the next live. Till then, stay blessed.